So I often get the feedback, and that means criticism, that I talk about too much military stuff and too much geopolitics. Aside from the fact that I find it interesting, and I'm here to talk about what I find interesting, I actually think it does matter for business, and it matters quite a bit. So we are living in times that are very quickly changing. There's a lot of stuff going on. You just have to open the news every day. There's like a new thing happening. And so I would say if you lived in another era, geostrategy, geopolitics probably wouldn't have mattered all that much. But for example, what happened right now is that the United States illegally attacked Venezuela. And some people are thinking, well, this could really make it more likely that China will attack Taiwan, or make it less likely. Right? More likely because now they can claim precedent and can say, well, the Americans are doing it, then we can do it too. Or less likely because they could see how well executed this operation was, and like be a little bit afraid because the Venezuelan air defense system was actually Chinese and it didn't work at all, as it didn't work at all in Iran, right? And so they might be influenced in either way. So why is that relevant? Because, for example, with Taiwan, we all know that TSMC, the semiconductor company that produces most of the chips and the computer chips in the world, is located in Taiwan. And so if China decides to attack Taiwan now because there's something happening in geopolitics, that might have an influence on your business. For example, if you build products and you have these as components, do you have enough in store for the situation that maybe there's not going to be any new chips for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Are you prepared for the fact that maybe the factories will be destroyed in a fight over Taiwan? What happens then? Does that maybe mean that the next day the European Union will put 500 billion on the table and say, we're going to build up the chip factories here because we know how to build them? ASML produces the machines and it's a European company. And so now actually Europe will rebuild that capability, and you should be in position to profit from that because you offer a service or you offer a product or you want to participate in that. So you can see that even though it seems very, very much removed from the business world, if you are a strategist, if you're a product strategist, and you want to find out like where this whole thing is going, geopolitics, unfortunately, I have to say, is actually very relevant because there's a lot of things, a lot of opportunities that will open up because of geopolitics, and also a lot of threats in the business environment that come from geopolitics. So I would actually say, unless you hate this topic completely, I would say pay attention and try to think what's going to happen, what are the scenarios that can play out, and how can I position my company best to profit from this or to be prepared for any threats that might be coming up.